300 different types of styles in terms of how each pitcher moves and how they look, yet there's a lot of common ground between a Clayton Kershaw and a Max Scherzer, like way into the spectrum. So one of the big cues that we talk about is in the leg lift and the first pillar in peak leg kick. So one of the cues that we talk about is OJ. On point in my delivery, I would squish juice out of that orange, so the OJ position. So I kind of stole, I saw it on Tom House, Twitter maybe, foot flick. Verlander doing a version, he's more of an out to in, but again, gets to that OJ, gets to that foot flick with that momentum generation, how he puts energy into the ground. One of the cues that we really like from here is glove side extension. When we talk about glove side extension, one of the things that we really want to stay away from is catching rain. At front foot strike, where's everything at? Important to note that we never cue this. Like we never tell an athlete, hey, could you go ahead and hold your hip to shoulder separation a little bit longer in your delivery? No. We got good glove side extension. Basically one of our main cues is pretty simple, tuck it like a running back. We don't care if they put it in the hip, armpit, ribs, even if it's strong down here. We don't care as long as it's strong. Sometimes one of the cues we talk about is actually like pimping the finish. So we can all picture like a Pedro Martinez or your Donnie Ventura. He throws it and he kind of gets that like the super mobile, floppy, cooked spaghetti noodle. Telling him to go stretch an already super unstable joint, probably not going to be a very efficient use of his time. How can I make sure that the stretch sorting cycle happens on time so that those legs that you see on the one is maybe not as flopped down as the other, those are both of their lead legs. So me as a pitching coach, and if I've decided, I really think crossfire is the way to go, and I think that's going to help me use my hips the best. If I don't know how these players move, I'm going to be standing on the mound beating my head against the wall all day of trying to figure out, why can't this kid just, hey, get your arm up, hey, stride out further, use your hips. Those are all coaching cues that us as coaches, it's like ingrained in us to say. But this is a jump back stick drill. We'll do these with plyos as a part of our warm-up progression as well. Again, I kind of film these on the same day in a no-throw phase for him. But it just allows him to work on that lower half patterning without taxing his arm. So when you have your glove on and it's so familiar, you don't even understand and realize what you're doing with your glove. So all we did was we changed the implement by putting the wrong foot forward. And what it really allows us to do is if we know that this is where we want to be at front foot strike, we want to make sure we have relative flip up. We try to get a little bounce into the... So anytime I do an arm action drill, I really try to put some time constraint to it, because at the end of the day, if you have some time constraint to it, your body will figure out an efficient way to get rid of it. Into robotic drill work all the time, allowing an athlete free and easy to figure out movement strategies in his throwing. On the left, we got more of a rotational-based drill. On the right, we have more of a linear-based drill. So if I got a guy who's too rotational, I'd give him more linear. If I got a guy who's too linear, I'd give him more rotational. And then you kind of got something in between.